Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to this episode of Astros Baseball. This is a holiday edition, and it is also a fair foul edition. 100% fair foul. We're going to talk about the Astros, we're going to talk about Major League Baseball, and we're going to do some holiday ones. But I can't do it alone. If you're on live stream or YouTube, you can see her right next to me. Stadium Steffi, what's up?
Hi, friends. Hi, Rob. How are you? Also,
I'm
not that you're not a friend, but you're
yeah.
also Rob, you know? You get it. It's different.
Well, just right off the bat when you came on, that I thought that was like a virtual background. Like that is amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm actually at the parents' house this week. So, obviously, for the holidays, I'm going to stay the whole week, just hang out. Since I work from home, it makes it super easy, which is really cool. So, my mom is the best decorator on the planet with her cute little decorations everywhere. So we got it real festive today.
So if you're not on video, guys, she has it's snowflakes. It looks like the ones we used to make in school where we fold the paper 100 times and cut it and open it up. She didn't
They
make all
really
those, did
do.
she?
No, she did not make them. They're felt, little cute little felt snowflakes, but
Felt.
would be cool if they
Oh,
were handmade.
felt.
Would be
Mm.
cool. But we're keeping it festive, so we're here for it.
All our decorations are in there. This is a bedroom. I tried to makeshift make the bed because it's in the background, but anyway. So
Love
I
to
was going
see
to
it.
tell you this. Every okay, look, like this is like December 28th will be me and my wife's second anniversary. And last year we
Oh,
went to New Orleans. So this year we
nice.
don't have anywhere to go. So we're
Mhm,
like
mhm.
trying to figure out somewhere to go, but the deadline is nearing. And we have a
Oh,
new grandkid and they want to spend time with us. So it's like, I don't know. Because I'm all about
yeah,
streaks. If we don't go anywhere, we break the streak. But
that's
it's a good
true.
I don't know. I don't know what to do, but I might be here.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe even just do like a little either a staycation somewhere where you're still kind of like in town, but you're away, you know?
That is the second option. We're gonna get a nice
Yeah.
hotel downtown, the Riverwalk, have a
Heck
nice dinner,
yes.
and then I can, like,
Uh-huh. You can enjoy yourself a little
I
bit
can
more because
enjoy
you
some
know you're
adult
there.
yeah, I can enjoy some
Oh,
adult beverages because I don't
absolutely.
have to drive.
Yeah, that's the best.
All right. So if you guys are watching live, you can make comments. It is in there, and we can see them. So, you ready to go, Steph? Let's start
I'm ready.
with Astros fair or foul. We got what do we got? 10. We got about 14 folks. So this should fill a considerable amount of time. All right, number one, Yainer Diaz hit 282 last year, 23 homers, 60 RBIs, and I didn't even realize he had 100 hits. That's pretty good for the limited amount of time he played. Fair or foul, Yainer Diaz will hit 30 or more home runs in 2024.
I think it's fair. 100% fair. I mean, this was his first year. I think he can only build from here. I think he is going to be big on the power. I hope that he's big on getting on base too. But I mean, again, 100 hits is sick. It's insane, especially for what limited playing time he had. So, it's, yeah, also apparently someone's at the door. That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
But yeah, so I think he'll go over the 30, definitely.
So that reminds me of a story, the doorbell. There was a comedian talking about whenever you would have company back in the
Yeah.
old days when I was a kid. Everybody's like, "We got company," and your mom would have extra snacks. "Don't touch that. That's for company."
Hmm.
And now if someone comes to your door, you're like, "Who the hell is that?"
Why is someone here?
Yeah, what are you
It's a
do who's
Saturday.
here?
Go home.
Why? Why? Why are you here? But
Ah.
anyway, I saw this story climbing Tall's Hill,
Uh-huh.
and it was Astros that will not be able to repeat the success of 2023. They had Chaz McCormick on there and somebody else, but they also had Yainer Diaz. They pointed out that he went 1 for 14 in the postseason, that his chase rate is bad. But I say fair, 1000% fair. If this guy had 23 home runs in limited play and this guy catches like 100 and whatever, I don't know how many he's going to catch, but I definitely say fair plus, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that about Yainer Diaz, but then look at Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker, who we know is an incredible hitter, an incredible, producer, typically, was awful in the postseason. So if you're trying to measure things off of the postseason, you're going to be counting a lot of our guys out because not a lot of them did a lot,
No,
unfortunately.
4
And
of them
that's
did
what,
stuff.
yeah, there was four of them that were really holding the team together, and the rest of the lineup just went silent. So if you're judging it off the postseason from last year, that's gonna be a rough time, and this team will not look good if that's what you're judging it off of.
Yeah. I think he was mostly judging it on his like, the way he chases, and
Mm,
but the guy's a stud. There's no way.
yeah,
How do you hit 23 barely getting to play
yeah,
and not hit 30? There's no way. He will hit 30 or
crazy.
I will shave my head. Just kidding. All right. Number 2. This will be Sir Alex Bregman's last season with the Astros.
Oh, I wanna say foul because I want Bregman to stay, but I kinda think it's fair. I
Me
think it's
too.
fair. I think it's his last season. I think that I don't know. Maybe Houston is home and maybe not, but I mean, I don't know. I will say I don't know what the free agent market looks like for third baseman for next year. I'm not sure how populated that's gonna be with third basemen. So, I mean, maybe it's crazy and maybe he stays, but I'm bracing myself for the worst is really what it is, I think.
If you look at it, all these people we love are gone when they hit this point.
Yep.
And I thought about this driving home the other day, and I was thinking, you know what? Jose Altuve will take a very short contract
Mhm.
and perform, and then they'll give him another one, and they'll give him another one.
Yep.
But Alex Bregman isn't going to do that because, like,
Nope.
think about the player. It's like, okay, I'll take a 3-year deal. What if he's horrible? They're not going to give him anything. So he's going to want
Yeah.
to go out. Like, look at these ridiculous contracts. We're going to get to those later. But I think Alex Bregman, I think he's gonna be 30, 31. He's gonna want way more years than the Astros will give him. So I say, I gotta read my question again. This will be Bregman's last season. That is fair.
I think so too, unfortunately.
Sad to say, but
Ugh.
I do think because I think me and Jeff Balke talked about it on the last episode. He is gonna be the hardest person on this team to replace, no matter how good all the other players are. Like Jordan and Tucker, like,
Mhm.
they're amazing, but there's other outfielders, there's other people that can hit,
Yeah.
but we have no third baseman coming up. Nothing.
Nothing.
All
It's
right,
gonna
I
be
seen a story
interesting.
about this guy in the rumor mill, fair or foul, either during the, offseason or maybe trade deadline, Jose Urquidy gets traded this season.
Ah, I feel like I'm answering everything fair today. Oh, no, I answered the first one foul. No, I answered it
It
fair.
just depends on where
Yeah,
how I word it. I can word it different if you
that's
wanna say
true.
foul once in a while. So
No,
I've
I kind of agree with that. I think he could get shopped. I think that he's good enough to get us something in return, and maybe that's what you do to get a new third baseman, you know? Maybe you kinda shop him around, see if you can have someone waiting in the wings once Bregman leaves, you know?
yeah. I also saw this, so I added it to it. But I also think, like, with Garcia and hopefully Lance McCullers Jr., like, that story also
Mhm.
said that McCullers
Yeah,
he'll probably come back in the bullpen or something, but I don't see that happening if he's ready to go. But there was also
yeah.
talk about Framber being someone that they could trade because they could get a big haul for him.
That is true.
I don't know why. I don't know if it's
Mhm.
because he's getting close to free agency and they're because he's gonna make good money
Yeah, he's gonna make solid money, definitely.
in arbitration, yeah, so I think you get more for Framber, so if you wanna trade one of your starting
That's true.
pitchers and you wanna get a bigger haul, as much as it hurts, I mean, you have
Yeah,
JV, I mean, I don't know.
that's true.
I don't
We
but
have the ace
they already
back,
gave
the
CJ a
OG ace.
huh?
We have the OG ace back, so it's like
Yeah.
takes a little bit of the fire away from Fromber, I feel.
So I think Urquidy may get traded. I think that's fair
Yeah.
because he's somebody we could live without. Like, I mean, he's helpful. I love Urquidy. Like,
Yeah,
he's
same.
been there for us. But if you're gonna lose somebody in your rotation and maybe try to get a bullpen guy or something for him, or
Yeah.
maybe a guy in Double A that plays third base that you're grooming for 2025 or later, I see him, but I mean, we're gonna be in the playoff hunt, and Framber is one of our best pitchers, so I don't see Framber getting traded.
Yeah. That's true.
I think it all depends on how good we're doing, but I predict that we're gonna still do well because everybody's still there.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're still gonna be fine. So it's gonna be interesting.
All right, number 4, this comes up every year. Fair or foul, Billy Wagner will finally get in the Hall of Fame. Last year he was so close. I
He
say
was
fair. I
so
really think he's
close.
gonna get in. There was
I'm gonna
somebody
go
had posted all
foul.
of his stats, and I was like, "How?" Like he's top
Yeah.
4, top 1, top 4. You're like, "Go ahead." I talked
I
over you. I apologize.
No, 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 you're good, you're good. I almost say foul because I feel like unfortunately, like the writers don't put as much on him as like we do as fans. Like we obviously like we think of Billy Wagner and think about how great he was and all of those things, but it's because we watched him day in and day out. And
Yeah.
I think that there were just so many other incredible pitchers like during his time that maybe it kind of overshadows what he did a little bit. And I feel like maybe the writers almost like put that into consideration. I want him to get in, would love for him to get in. I get the feeling he's still just going to be like this close.
It's like they're judging him solely on saves. I think he has like
Yeah.
422, something like that. But I
Yeah.
mean, if you look at like
Crazy.
ERA, strikeouts, his strikeouts per 9 is 11.
It's insane.
How do you do that?
Insane.
I mean, if you look at everything except saves, there's no way this guy shouldn't get in. I don't. It irritates me because when I
Yeah.
first started watching the Astros in the late '90s, he was my very first favorite player, my very first Martin Maldonado.
Ugh. RIP and peace to Martine, the homie. He's not dead, but he's dead to us,
No, no.
apparently, I guess. I don't know.
So you know what the thing I
Not to
liked
us,
about
not in my heart.
here's the thing why I picked Billy Wagner. I was watching a game.
Uh-huh.
He strikes a guy out, and he runs to the dugout, and then he stops. They're like, "Where's he going?" There's only 2 outs, and I'm like, "That's my guy. That's my favorite player right there."
Oh, that's amazing. I love it.
All right, this one is the next one's taken from that story I told you I read.
I'm here.
Mauricio Dubon will not be able to duplicate his 2023 success.
Oh,
It's gonna be tough.
I say foul. I think he does it.
Ooh, I
I
do
think he
too.
does it. I just he was so consistent and it wasn't like he was streaky. He was very, very consistent at the plate. And I don't know, I just feel like that's like one of those things that's him as a player.
No,
And I think that he finally got his opportunity. He finally settled in. And now that he's settled in, he's in it. You know, he's locked in. I think he's going to do some really big things again next year.
I think the thing that helped him last year is Altuve was out and he was
Hmm.
getting consistent playing time.
Yeah.
And usually, if you're just spot playing a couple of games a week, you're not able to get in the groove. So as long as he's used, because he can give people a day off every week and
Oh,
play
yeah.
every game, and I think he will. I mean, how are you that good and not be able to continue doing it? And you got to love Dubon. You got to love that
Yeah.
smile, the dugout
Oh,
antics. The
the
looking at
energy,
it's awesome.
the Jordan jealousy, the fake
Yeah,
jealousy.
yeah,
Their bromance is truly one of the greatest of all times. It
yeah,
kills me every time.
yeah. Dubon is definitely somebody that I think the year before last, he was just like, okay, they're putting JV center fielder in. Why is this guy in there? And
Yeah.
now he's become this lovable. Like you gave him like the player of the year last year
Yeah,
in
I
the
did.
awards. You gave him the
100%.
the MVP of the Astros.
He was him. He
And
was
for you
him.
watching, I gave it to Kyle Tucker. But
So you were wrong is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
that's what I'm hearing. Okay. All right, number 6. Lance McCullers Jr. will have an impact in 2024. Let me tell you something real quick. I can't remember the numbers, but it's I guess they extended him, right? And the last 2 years is like the extension part. The guy's
Yep.
thrown 8 innings
Mhm.
and 2 playoff innings, or like 8
Yeah.
appearances and two, so 10 games total in the last 2 years. And that doesn't affect this year, but I
Yeah.
can't believe how much time he missed, and he's not going to be back till June or July. That's nuts.
Sorry, y'all. My mom just brought me a cookie and I got really excited.
Oh, mom.
Mama the MVP always.
We got to be on smell-o-vision here.
No. Do
Babe,
some
bring me a cookie. All right.
cookie bite ASMR over here.
All right, so where were we? Lance
We
McCullers
were
will have an
on Lance
impact.
McCullers. Yes. I think that's very fair. I think he's going to make an impact. Now, what kind of impact he makes is kind of up for debate. I mean, I know you said you couldn't see him being a bullpen guy. I could. And I think it's just because the consistency of the injuries, instead of having him
Yeah.
out there for a ton of innings, let's just have him give his best stuff for one. I wouldn't hate it. I mean, he's gonna stop people with that curveball if he can make sure that it's as sharp as it used to be.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I think he's gonna make an impact, but where is my question? I could see it being in the bullpen though.
It'll be nice though, no matter
Oh,
where he does.
100%.
If he
Just
comes
having him
in,
back is gonna
yeah.
be great.
If he comes in and does something amazing and
Mhm.
contributes, because okay, Lance McCullers is very loved. Like, people really love him, but I think people are
Absolutely.
getting tired of his injuries. I think that's
Yeah,
wearing on them. So he's looked at a negative light. So positive thinking, he will have an impact, and it's going to be amazing.
I agree.
All right. The final one for the Astros. And we're homers, so I think I know our answer on this. The Astros, fair or foul, will make it to the ALCS again for the 8th time in a row.
100% fair. I think we do it. I
do
always
too.
think we're gonna do it though. I think we make it to the 8th one. I think we make it 8 in a row, and I think that you know what? This year in the postseason, we played very tired, but I also think that that's gonna maybe light a fire under some guys who are gonna be like, "Hey, we gotta get back to the World Series and we gotta win it a 3rd time." So I think we make it. I think we make it to the World Series. I say we win it again. Why not?
The window's closing. They need to do it this year. I think they
Yeah,
do
I
too.
mean, I
I
think they
mean,
could.
who
Absolutely.
what American League team is better than them? The 2 top teams are probably them in Texas. Like, who else? I
100%,
mean,
yeah.
the Yankees are spending money probably, but they're the Yankees. Like, they're gonna fold. The Rays.
Yeah, and I mean, they added Juan Soto, but I feel like even adding Juan Soto still does not balance their lineup because they still just have so many guys that are very strikeout heavy, and
Yeah.
they haven't done anything to fix that,
They did nothing for the
There's no
Padres.
balance. Exactly. And that's exactly I mean, to be fair, that's how we were in 2015, and yeah, we made it to the playoffs, but we, got to the ALDS and then fizzled out because, again, you didn't have guys that could just get on base.
Oh, man. That's the year we lost to Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm upset still. Don't remind me.
So I don't remember the
Just
number,
gonna go
but
cry.
we had that game.
We did,
Someone
we
was
did.
criticizing people for saying we. You ain't on the team. Like, who cares, dude? I'm gonna say we forever. I don't care. But
I'm like, I've
yeah.
liked this team longer than I've had friends,
Yeah.
Like
We're we. It affects us.
we're family,
I totally forgot what I was gonna say though. Oh, in
Um,
2015.
yes,
So
2015. The
so
numbers.
so this was like back to the playoffs.
Mhm.
The Astros, all they needed to do was win that game and go to the ALCS.
Yep.
And the Royals reeled off like 7 singles in a row, and we lost. And then they beat
Well,
us in game 5.
The Correa errors, I think there was 2 errors that game from Correa that happened, and that's how it all happened. That's where it all unraveled was with the errors by
Yeah.
Correa.
We
And
still could have
then from
won
there
game 5, but I think
yeah.
the end of game 4 was just like that sucked all the air out of them.
I don't even think it was that. I think at the time we didn't have the type of veteran presence that we had in 2017. We had guys that were veterans, but not guys that were necessarily, and not to say that none of them were leaders, but maybe not those guys that can get you kind of like hoorah, like let's fight back kind of
Yeah.
vibes. Like there was no one that I can even think of in 2015 that I'm like, he would have hyped up that team,
So
you
you're
know?
saying we needed Carlos Beltran?
We needed
I'm
the
just
hype guy.
kidding.
We needed the hype guy, you
We had
know?
George Springer, but maybe he wasn't the hype guy back then.
Well, he was still very new,
Yeah.
to the team. So I can't see him being that guy at that point because he's still learning. He's still kind of figuring out his place on the team, you know?
You know what just crossed my mind? The 2019 season.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Morton,
Mm-hmm.
Garrett Cole,
Mm-hmm.
Justin Verlander, Lance
Mm-hmm.
McCullers. God, we were stacked. Wow. What
Oh,
a
what a
letdown.
year.
What a letdown.
Was that the Greinke year as well? Or was
Greinke's
Greinke?
awesome.
Greinke was, oh, I love Greinke. I miss
Greinke's
him
a
so
free
much.
agent. I sure wish they could sign him and
I
put him in the
know.
bullpen. I would love
Oh,
it.
100%. I
Greinke's
would
pretty
love
good
that
in the
too.
bullpen.
Greinke's good anywhere.
He sells tickets.
He's just a stud.
All right, now it is time to move on to Major League Baseball fair or foul. I only have 3.
What you got? I'm in.
Okay, this one is from longtime listener Steve. So, Steve, thank you for
Oh.
giving us this one. He asks, he says this: Yamamoto will win 13 plus games in 2024. And this is the guy that the Dodgers signed. The Dodgers who have spent $1 billion already.
God, the amount of money the Dodgers has spent this year is foul. That's all I'm going to say. So much money. I mean, good for them. If you have the money, spend it, I guess, to make the
Well,
best
that's
team you
coming
can.
up. So hold it,
Excellent.
hold it. I should have gave you the question first, so you would know what
You
to say.
should have. See, folks, this was not prepared because I have no idea what the questions are.
That's right.
So
I
you're
think that
getting
makes
real
it
time
funner for you.
reactions. You're welcome.
Yeah, I think that makes it funner.
But no, I think
It's 13
I
games.
think that's fair.
I
I
think
think that's
13
fair.
games is a lot in this day and age.
It
Isn't it?
is, but I think he does it.
I say foul out of
I say
spite.
fair. Out of spite. No, I think he's an incredible pitcher. I think the fact that he's going to have Ohtani there is going to make him very comfortable right off the bat.
What do you think
Because
about that?
yeah,
There's people like former Major League Baseball, even Josh Reddick. He goes, you gave a guy a 12-year, $325 million contract to a guy that's never even thrown one pitch in Major League Baseball.
I mean,
You don't even know if he can do it. Starring in Japan and being in Major League Baseball is different. 13 games? No, not going to do it.
if he wasn't a pitcher, I would understand a little bit more. Like I will say with Ohtani, I think the way that he was a two-way player, I made the comments to some people at the very beginning that I was like, he's not used to this type of schedule. He's going to get tired out so quick. And then sure enough, he ended up getting injured and, injured a couple times since then. And, obviously that has impacted his ability to be a two-way player every single year. But with Yamamoto, he's a pitcher. It's only going to be every 5 days. So it's not going to be nearly as exhausting if he was like an everyday starter on the field, where it's a little bit more involved. So that's why I could see it happening. I think he's going to be great. I'm excited to get to watch him. And I think it's so incredible that just the game of baseball is evolving and obviously bringing in so many other stars from so many other countries. I think it's awesome. And you really are starting to get the best of the best. And so, yeah, I think he's going to do it. I think he'll get 13 plus wins.
There's also a really good guy from Korea.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's signed yet, but I saw him linked to the Astros for some reason.
I saw that too in the very beginning, but I feel like I haven't heard much about it recently, or maybe I just haven't paid attention. One of the two. But yeah, I did see him linked to the Astros for a little bit. So it seemed like there was the possibility that there was some interest there.
I was on night shift last week, so it was wake up, get ready, go to work, come home, sleep, wake up, get ready, go to work,
Do it all over
come home.
again.
Miserable. It's like no life at all.
That's rough.
Jeez. And now I'm
Gosh.
off till like January the 2nd. So bye-bye work.
I'm
Not gonna miss you.
jealous.
It's like that, what's that Office Space where he's like, "You've been missing a lot of work, Bob." And it's like, I wouldn't say I'm gonna miss it. Or what did he say?
I don't know. I've never seen that
I wouldn't
movie.
call it missing it. He was missing work, but he wasn't missing work.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so I say foul, you say fair. And
I say fair.
number 9 on MLB fair or foul. The LA Dodgers will win the World Series.
Foul.
Yeah. If the
I
Padres and
personally
the
think they
Mets,
spent all that money for nothing, and I
yeah,
can't wait.
the Padres, remember the
Maybe
Padres
maybe it's
bought
just me
all those
being petty.
players and they didn't do anything.
Exactly.
The Mets bought all those players. They had a fire sale at the it just
Baseball is a very fickle sport, and the thing is, you can buy all of the best players in the world, but if they don't mesh together and have a good culture, it's not gonna get you anywhere. And maybe they will have a great culture, I don't know. I don't know what their vibe is like, who's to say? But I don't think they'll win it. I think they've spent a lot of money
yeah.
and
Like all the
woof.
Braves guys have all been together for a while. The Phillies are
Yeah,
still there. The Diamondbacks are
exactly.
still there. It's not going to be easy just because
I think my favorite thing.
you got Otani doesn't mean you're
Yeah.
gonna win it all.
Well, and I think I was laughing too because I saw this meme that said something like, "Damn, the Diamondbacks really pissed off the Dodgers that much that they had
Yeah,
to go out and spend like $2 billion."
they look desperate. They look very desperate. We're going to spend all the
It's
money in the
wild.
world because we are desperate to win anything other than a Mickey Mouse trophy. Yes, I said it.
I will say though, hey, I appreciate that they're going all in though. Like, good for them.
All right, number 10. The Dodgers spending spree is bad for baseball. On the last episode, I talked about there should be like a small market World Series because what he was saying, there's like 10 people that spend and 20 that don't. Like only a third of the, what is it? Yeah, it's a third. A third of the league spend all this
Yeah.
money. I mean, Arizona proved them wrong. Like, they almost,
Yeah,
they got to the World Series, but it takes money to get there now.
it does. It does take money to get there. Um, but I don't know. I I don't know how I feel about that one.
What would you feel if there was a salary cap where there was more parity?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they have the luxury tax, don't they? But I mean,
Yeah,
people
but
go
those
over
guys
that
don't
like
care.
nothing.
They don't care.
Yeah, they go over it like
But the
nothing,
thing
so
about it is, like, those small market teams, they can't go over it. Like
yeah,
they might be able to max it out, but they can't go over it and pay all those penalties.
true.
But the Dodgers, they print money over there.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They said the average
Yeah,
ticket
and
price is like
it's
$400. What?
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 Squeeze me?
Squeeze me? I'll get a new team. I'll go watch the
That's
Angels. They're gonna
crazy.
blow.
Hell yeah. Go
Poor
watch
Mike
somebody
Trout.
else.
Poor Mike Trout. Oh
Oh
my
my
goodness.
god.
That's why you don't sign
Is it
20-year
poor Mike
contracts,
Trout, though?
folks.
I'm like, is it poor Mike Trout, though? Because that was just a bad decision on his part,
That's
but
why you don't sign it, folks. You're
he's just
stuck.
gonna perish there, poor guy.
He could have got out of it. He happily
He
signed that
could've.
contract.
He was so hyped about it too.
I wonder if
Oh,
they ever think like, I am so good. I get paid so much that my team can't afford pitchers.
yeah.
It's my
The
fault
team can't afford anything.
because I get paid so much. And that's why what's his face
Uh,
deferred 680 million
yeah.
after his payment. That's
God
Do you
bless.
know it still affects 47 million. It counts as 47 million on the payroll. 47 million.
Jeez.
I think the Mets gave JV like 42 and we only got to pay like 22 of
Dang.
it.
Yeah, that's great. I'm
42
in.
million. That's ridiculous.
Imagine.
It's going to end up being like
What's it
I
like
don't
to
know.
be rich?
I don't remember how long ago this was. You may be a little too young. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
But the Florida Marlins did that. They like built this amazing team and won the World Series, and the next year they gave everybody away. They sold out.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm
Jeez.
gonna buy all these great players, win a title, and then I'm gonna suck. Like that's not
Rough
the way to do it.
times. Yeah.
I like the way they do it now. They're managed very well. They
They are.
develop very well. They trade good
Mhm.
players to get young players, and they're successful. They're more
True.
successful than the Yankees probably in the last 10 years,
That is true.
and they spend nothing.
Crazy.
But what did I say? Did we even answer that, or I've been rambling over your answer?
You were kind of rambling, but I also didn't really know how to answer because I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad.
I don't think it's bad, but I do think like it's sucky for other teams, you
Yeah.
know, but then you got to get with the times. You got to figure it out. Like, I mean, I remember in 2013, the Astros were obviously still hot garbage. You know, it was our 111 loss season, and they had to find ways to get revenues so they could spend money.
Yeah.
And they messed with the ticket sales. They went with like these, you know, they had to find ways to market, to make money, to spend. And they did it well. And I mean, look at
Here
them
we are.
now.
Here we
Here
are.
we
Look
are.
at us now.
Spoiled rotten, I swear.
We are. And you know what? All year I was saying I'm not going to be upset if they don't win it all, and I wasn't. It's like,
Yeah, same.
and then like on TikTok, my battles on there. Look at this guy crying. Look at this guy crying. Like, just because you say I'm crying doesn't mean I'm crying.
Exactly.
I'm a bad guy on TikTok.
But
folks.
Rob, please stop crying.
All right. What is it called? Finally, last and finally. I don't know what to say. Holiday, fair or foul. We got 4 of them. Wow. How about
4.
snowflakes on the wall? That is 1000% fair. Tell mom thumbs up.
Mom, Rob says thumbs up on the snowflakes.
It looked,
My
you know,
friend
what
Rob says thumbs up on the snowflakes. He loves them. No, he loves them.
You know what else makes it look better?
What?
And I don't know if this is on purpose. The wall is like sky blue.
Yeah. No, that's just her wall all the
That's
time.
how it works.
It's just how her wall looks all the time. It's just
if
blue.
your wall was red, I don't know if I'd like it.
Exactly. If it was red, it wouldn't hit the same. But
would.
it looks like a nice little snowy backdrop on accident.
Does. Tell her I thought it was a virtual background.
He thought it was a virtual background. Anyway, we'll talk more in a second.
Anyway, Mom, you're not on the show. All right. Thank you, Mom. We had an impromptu special guest, folks. All right. Number 1, Hallmark movies. Fair or foul?
I feel like they're all the same movie.
Yeah.
Foul.
Like
I will say
it's like the
now,
same actors, the same
TikTok parodies of Hallmark movies.
Ooh.
Very fair.
I haven't seen that.
They're fantastic. I will send you some. They are hilarious. Like, they're basically just making fun of how every single movie is the exact same because it's the girl coming home from the big city and all she thinks about is work and sees the man who owns the Christmas tree ranch and falls back in love because he was her boyfriend when they were 12 or whatever. And the parodies are great, though. I will send you
coming
some
home to help her parents and falls in love with the handyman at the hotel.
Exactly. Every time.
She has to rent a car with the guy, the handyman at the airport.
Or it's the businessman that comes in to take over the snow globe factory, but they fall in love or whatever.
Do they do it the other way around? Like it's the guy?
Yeah, it's a thing.
You know that one girl's from Party of 5 or something? Like she's from Mean Girls. She's on all of them.
Oh, you're talking about Gretchen. Yeah.
Yeah, she's on all of them.
I don't know her actual name.
But I don't watch her.
I should, but
I don't watch her. My go-to Christmas movies, folks, and I want you to watch these. I know you've seen them already. Die Hard. Every Christmas I watch it. And White Christmas is on Netflix. It's a musical, and it's 2000% amazing.
Is that the one that came out last year?
No. It's old. It's like from the 40s. Oh. It's old. Bing Crosby.
Oh,
it's old. Maybe it ain't
okay.
Bing Crosby.
Never mind.
I don't know who it is. It might be Bing.
No, I think you're right.
It's
my go-to holiday movies are The Grinch, Elf. And then I just rewatch all the Harry Potter movies because all of them have Christmas in it, so it counts.
My goodness.
If Die Hard counts, Harry Potter counts.
Even if Die Hard doesn't count, I still watch it.
I love it. I think most people.
Isn't it the Yamamoto? What's the tower called? The Yamamoto Tower?
Nakatomi.
Oh, Naka something.
Or not? Yeah.
Nakamura.
No, I thought it was Nakatomi.
Nakatomi. Yeah, you're right.
Isn't it?
It's like you watch it every
the sad
year.
thing is, I've never watched Die Hard. And I knew that because of
What's
Brooklyn
wrong with
Nine-Nine.
you?
I literally only know about Nakatomi Plaza because of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, because Jake, like the main character, police officer, and Adam Sandberg's character, or Andy Samberg, his character is obsessed with Die Hard, and that's what made him become a cop. So he's talking about it all the time.
Dang. You need to watch it. Do me a favor and watch it because it
I'll
is
consider
awesome.
it.
It's
I'll consider
awesome.
it.
It's so awesome. It's what made Bruce Willis a hunk superstar action hero.
That's what I've heard.
He was the first, like, it used to be what, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Rambo, and he was the
Mhm.
first one that wasn't all muscled up and all that to be an action hero. So, way to
Love
go,
that.
Bruce Willis. All right, number 2. Ugly sweater parties. Is that what it's called? Like ugly Christmas sweater parties? I say
Ugly sweater
fair.
parties.
If you wanna have a theme party,
100%
do it.
fair. I am a sucker for an ugly sweater party. I actually, for a thing that we had, an ugly sweater party that we had for work, I literally made my own, and I got like a sweatshirt, a green sweatshirt from Walmart, and then I put tinsel around me, and whenever I would put my arms up like this, it looked like a Christmas tree.
What the heck?
It's fantastic. It was
Wow.
great. And it cost me like $10 to make.
So last year, me
Balling
and
on
my
a
wife
budget.
we had a Christmas party here at the house, and we
Nice.
went and bought like $20 gifts. So you can steal
Mhm,
this,
mhm.
folks, if you want, if you wanna have a party. And, we had a gift for the first people to show up. Nobody knew. Nobody knew there was gifts. And we
Oh,
had
that's cool.
and, we had karaoke, so we had the winner
Of
of the
course.
Christmas karaoke song, and then the person that was the most festive. Like, if you showed up in a Christmas sweater.
Nice.
And there was one person showed up, like, in a Santa Claus dress, and they won because nobody knew. They're like, "We didn't know." It's like, "That's the point."
That's the point. We want you to be
Yeah.
festive in your own
So
way, but, like, the most festive is gonna win.
so after the karaoke contest, I'm like, "This is the karaoke winner, and this is for the first person in." They're like, "What? I didn't know." But anyway, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
That is really cool. I'm 100% stealing that idea. 100%.
You should. It's
I'm
fun.
gonna.
The gift for karaoke was like a 4-pack of little mini, like, Stella Rosa, like, wines, and they're like, "This is
I
so
love
cool."
Stella Rosa.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
good times.
number 3.
What do we got?
Fair or foul, you have had a kiss under the mistletoe. Why did my voice
That's a
change?
foul on me. Foul. Absolutely
You've
not. And
never
I
had a
don't want
kiss.
one. Nope, I don't want one. Count me out. Count me out on the mistletoe. Not about it.
So in the old days, did
I'm
guys just
like,
carry
if
around
if I if
mistletoe and
that just seems gross to me. No, like, I don't wanna kiss you just because a tree told me to. Absolutely not. No. Why?
I think when
If
we
I
were
wanna
little
kiss
kids,
somebody, I'm
my
gonna kiss
mom
somebody,
my
with
yeah,
consent, but still.
yeah. I think it's like nowadays it's with consent with your
Yeah, of
husband or
course.
wife. But I think my
Yeah.
mom used to get him and like hang him over the doorway or something. But like we weren't standing around kissing each other. But
Yeah, it would be kinda weird.
these day and age, I don't know. I think mistletoe needs to go away. This isn't the culture for mistletoe kisses. All right. You still there?
Think I'm losing you, Rob.
I do too. All right, but I can still hear you. All right, last one.
There we go.
Christmas, fair or foul, is your favorite holiday. Let's see if we have the same favorite
Foul.
holiday because mine's foul too.
Mine is Thanksgiving.
Me too. It's the
I love
greatest.
Thanksgiving. It makes me
It's the
so
greatest.
happy.
We should have a
Like, I
Thanksgiving.
get to eat good food. I get to eat food and just, like, hang out and watch football and relax and see
It's the
some
greatest.
family. It's
The
so great.
greatest. Yeah.
Also, gifts can be stressful, you know?
Not for me because I don't buy them.
Of
Don't
course you
buy me
don't.
nothing. I won't buy you nothing.
No, I think, like, I love Thanksgiving because I just love, like, the thought of being thankful for everything that's happened throughout the year, you know? And I think, like, having those moments with your family to say, "Hey, like, we're together, like, we're grateful for this, like, let's have a cool meal." I think that's
Yeah.
awesome. And I think too, I love the diversity of how people spend their Thanksgiving and, like, all of the different kind of foods and just it's awesome. It's awesome to see everybody's traditions, which I guess you could say for, the Christmas-ish time frame as well, but yeah, it's just cool. I love it.
You ever heard of Festivus?
I have. Festivus for the rest of us?
That's
I
exactly
don't know
what
what
I
it
was.
is, but I know
It's
again,
from
I didn't watch,
Seinfeld. It's
I was
like
gonna say I
it's
never
their own
watched
holiday.
Seinfeld either.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I watched it here and there whenever it was, like, on TV at nighttime, and I just,
Yeah.
like, ran across it, that kinda thing, but
So we used to have an Alexa, the show, the one that has the
oh,
screen,
yeah.
and it was like on the island. And I would get home from work on night shift
Uh-huh.
and pour a bowl of cereal, and I would say, I can't say it now because she's right next to me,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I would tell the little box, play
Uh-huh.
Seinfeld on Netflix, and I would watch an episode
That's
or 2 every morning.
awesome.
And I rewatched all 9 seasons of Seinfeld, even though I'd already seen them.
Oh my gosh.
It's so
That's
good,
really cool, though.
so good.
I feel like that's how I am with, like I've watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine again, I've rewatched, like, Parks and Rec, The Office, like, there are some shows that I will just rewatch until the day I die, and those are some of the shows, you know?
Yeah,
I love
I
it.
get it. Well, that's all we have, folks. So before we lose before we lose Steffi, 100% here on the stream. Like your audio never went away, but your video
Oh, I know, it was for some
got
reason,
stuck.
I don't know, it might be just the Wi-Fi or something, who knows?
Probably. Might be this. It might be because it's snowing over there.
Oh, yeah, it is snowing, obviously, as you see.
Have you ever driven in the snow? Like you live down here?
Absolutely not.
See,
No,
like
I will
normally,
just stay home.
like I was telling my wife, like when you live somewhere it snows, like they have people that come clear the roads
Yeah,
early in the morning.
yeah.
They just don't do it here because they don't have snow plows and all that. They're not set up for it. So
Yeah, see,
here
my
it's a
work is
disaster.
instead of, Minnesota, and I'm going to Minnesota in the beginning of January. Terrified. I don't have to
Wow.
drive, though, thank God. So, I don't have to drive or anything, but,
Oh God.
oh, no.
Oh no. We got
She
sound
heard us.
effects everywhere, folks. That's it. Someone's at the
She
front
heard us.
door. Wow, I can see the Alexa from the front door. That is wow. That's
That
crazy.
is so
Let me see if
funny.
I can get this over here. Look, there's someone at the door.
Oh, what the heck? That's crazy.
Yeah. We just got a Ring doorbell for the
I love
first
that.
time. Like, we finally caught up with the rest of the world. But
I
anyway,
love that for you.
that is it, folks. We hope you guys have a merry Christmas, and we really appreciate you taking your time out to check out Fair or Foul. We don't ever do it on the show anymore, but I'll try to bring it back because I know a lot of people enjoy it. But like after a year of doing it, it's so hard to think of them,
It is. It is tough.
especially
So if
like
you, the
the
people, have ideas,
non-baseball.
let us
Oh yeah,
know.
like the non-baseball ones. Like I've ran out of ideas, so I can't do them anymore. But anyway,
I'm just
all right,
gonna start writing a list of some random ones that I think of.
you should.
Make it happen.
Whenever you do something, you're like, oh, Fair or Foul, Aquafina water,
Aha.
like whatever you want to say. All right, folks,
Exactly.
that is it for this episode. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoy doing it. Enjoy your Christmas. And Steffi, have a great Christmas with your family over there in Corpus.
Corpus.
All right.
Happy holidays, y'all. Bye.
Bye. See you next time on Astros Baseball. Merry Christmas. See you next time.